Hello, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars for May 22nd and May 23rd. It has been a busy astrological aspect week, a lot of shifts, a lot of conversations with the planet, and today the moon is in Leo. Leo is a personal favorite of mine just because I have that same placement, and it's always about the drama, a little bit of it, about what hypnotizes us, and the warm kind-heartedness of our own play, how we show up for our own intuition. We have Venus that is in Cancer, about nurturing what is beautiful, what's important in a square, looking at some discernment with our Neptune placement. Our Neptune placement is all about us taking the responsibility of our spiritual alignment. So today we are looking at what do we consider beautiful, how do we balance, how do we look at what we honor and cherish with some discernment about how does that align with the responsibility and how I work and am taking the responsibility for my own Neptune placement. So it's a good day to kind of take a look at where your Neptune placement may be for you in your natal chart. What is it asking you to maybe start with? The sun is conjunct Uranus. So what moves us forward is an awakening. An awakening that is chaotic, but it is awakening that moves us forward as we look at that Gemini placement of Uranus. It's about new technologies, new understanding, new collective understandings of what is happening to the we and how we experience it. Gemini is part of this alignment. And then we have Mercury. Mercury that is also in Gemini, and by the way, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, is able to activate. I like sextiles because it's action. It's action we can choose to take with our bridge planet of Saturn, with our structures, with how we're creating these structures. How are we going to experience them? We're activating literally those structures to step forward today and use our voices around it. And then tomorrow we start with that Leo moon, and very early in the morning it moves to Virgo. A Virgo moon is always about how do I put the pieces together, solution generating, but also looking at the patterns, the very smallest fractal patterns. It does truly pull us inward. And tomorrow that moon is squaring both the sun and Uranus. So there is discernment about what will move us forward. How am I going to deal with this chaos? What little pieces can I remove or add in that will be a part of the awakening and not just the chaos itself? And so that moves us forward, that kind of dance with looking at our patterns, the mosaic that is our life, especially our internal intuitive life. And then it's working in the background, though, with our wills so that we have the ability to really work with that, to really step forward with this Taurus energy that our will is in, to ground ourselves. And that's a great approach to the chaos. Very interestingly, though, this moon is not talking to our Neptune, to the responsibility. It is not talking to Pluto, and it is not talking to our Saturn energy. So what the responsibility and the structures that are stepping forward, it's not about the little pieces, it's about the overall idea tomorrow of how the little pieces are forming in me tomorrow, and I can activate them in what I value and cherish and kind of look at the outcome of that rather than me having to step into just the responsibility and make decisions. So there's an experiential component to tomorrow as you take a look at discernment to move forward, discernment with the kind of chaos that appears. In the background, your will is aligning with you, and you're able to activate what is it you honor, what is it you cherish, and nurture that. And that is building that structure. And as we move into the 24th, we will visit that structure, that understanding, that responsibility of who we're becoming as a collective. Uranus is really awakening the collective, and it's doing it at a very deep technological level, technologies that we haven't really been aware of. I'm Kitty Foss. I will be back on Sunday the 24th. For those in the United States, I'm wishing you a blessed and safe Memorial Day. Remember who you are. There's the memory we're tapping into, and you will remember for all of those people that we honor. Namaste.